Happy Monday. If you're watching on replay, put in the comments hashtag replay. If you're watching live, tell me hi. Tell me what you're working on. Let's get things up and going here. Feel like my camera keeps falling down on me. And I'm hoping my sound is okay. This little tripod is not very happy with me today. It's going crooked. Am I sounding okay, Melissa? Yes, okay, good. All right, good. I see people coming on. Video going so I can see that. Sherry working on a scarf. Oriana working on another sweater. Excellent. Shar working on the hat. Hi, E. Good, good, good. All right. So as a reminder, hi, Patty. Holly working on socks, a beret, and just getting ready to start unicorn hat. Awesome. Hi, Mama. As a reminder, if there are problems with the Facebook feed, you can always hop over to YouTube. If there's a problem with the YouTube feed, you can always hop over to Facebook. We go live on both at the same time, ideally. And both are recorded and uploaded to their respective sites after the fact, so you can go back and watch later if you need to. Noelle, hi, finishing Christmas gifts. Excellent. Patty working on a pullover vest. I'm having a hard time having my sweater not just be a vest right now. It would be a really cute vest. And I don't know, you guys really, we'll talk about the issue I'm having with my sleeves a little bit on that, but it may just be a vest for a little while. I'll throw it on a long sleeve t-shirt under it or something. Mom working on vignette. Awesome. Oh yeah. You sent me something about that, about looking at the blanket, and I forgot to take a look at it. So we're after 7, so I will go ahead and get started. Welcome to Monday Motivation. Today is Monday, December 9th, which also happens to be Oriana's birthday. So you guys can say happy birthday to Oriana. And also happens to be my baby's birthday. So I'm celebrating with V tomorrow since we couldn't celebrate today. She had work and too much other stuff going on, exam week and all the things. But yeah, it's December 9th. It's almost 10 days into the month. That means Christmas is not that far away, 2 weeks away. You guys, can you believe it? Plus a little bit, but it is coming up quickly. So if you have gifts that you're working on, hopefully you get those done in time, or you don't need to gift them until afterwards. It's totally acceptable in our neck of the woods to gift a partially finished project, or even a box that has the yarn and a pattern to somebody with the promise that at some date in the future they will get this, whatever it is, gift. So let yourself off the hook just a little bit with some of that. Let's see. So let's see. I only got as far as the date. So let's get the rest of the intro. My name is Kristen. I'm the owner of the Little Yarn Shop located in downtown Saginaw, Michigan, inside the SVRC Marketplace. Marketplace hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Shop hours are Wednesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And Monday nights, we do have drop-in help up in the front lobby while I'm in here. Deb is in the front lobby, and usually Ashley as well, helping with any knitting emergencies you might have. 2 hours, $10 for the 2 hours, 6:30 to 8:30, and you can get help. Melissa gifted Mom your purse this weekend, even though it wasn't quite finished. Perfect. Joyce almost finished with the sleeves of my Circe sweater. Excellent. You're way ahead of me on my sweater, that's for sure. Upcoming events. There is one more art jamboree kind of makers market sort of event here at the marketplace. I believe it's this coming Saturday. I'm almost positive it's this coming Saturday. So that'll be upstairs in the ballroom. Makers markets are usually pretty good. It's a great idea for last minute gift buying for supporting local makers. Of course, there are plenty of businesses on the first floor that are here year round that you could get gifts from as well. Other than that, holiday hours, we will be closed Christmas Day and New Year's Day. Those are both on Wednesdays, so we don't have to worry about Eve hours, but those will be the only days that we modify our schedule for the marketplace. Will be closed Wednesday, December 25th and Wednesday, January 1st. Okay, so let's talk about projects. So first, we can talk about what I'm wearing. I am wearing the Velacor. Is it just called Velacor by Andrea Mowry? Uses fingering weight yarn. The size I'm wearing is the second size, which is a 44-inch bust. It calls for one main color and two contrast colors. I used Cascade 220 fingering, which is a non-superwash fingering weight wool for my main color, and then a Zauber ball that changes colors for the contrast. It's designed to be boxy. It's designed to be kind of cropped. I have mine tucked in a little bit, but it's not super long. It's bottom up, and these lines that go up in here are a really cute little 1/1 cable, it just breaks it up a little bit, but it's all mosaic. It's not stranded. You're not working with two colors at a time. You're only working with one color at a time. And it was a fun knit. Bottom up, you knit two identical pieces and then you graft it together at the shoulders with I'm pretty sure it's a 3-needle bind off that you do on the outside that gives it that kind of cool, just a little bit of an added design element to it. Yeah, I really like this. I was trying to find something in the store that goes with my makeup because I did my makeup first. And the beauty of making most of the things in the shop so they fit me means I can wander around the store and find something that goes with what I want to wear with my mood for the day. Hi, Linda. So that's what I'm wearing. What did I finish? I finished one little thing and then 3 little-ish things. So we had for Black Friday and Small Business Saturday a few notions things for sale, and we have a couple left. So as I mentioned some of them, I'll let you know if I have any of them left. It's one of the things with these cute little scissors. Look at how beautiful they are. And these come with just those little plastic point protectors, I guess you call them. They're nice, sharp scissors, but they didn't come with a case. So we've got some of the scissors left. They're $5 each. They're not, the world's most expensive scissors by any stretch, but they are really pretty. They have this cute little filigree design on them. They have kind of a coppery tone to them, and they're pretty darn sharp and pretty darn pointy. Hi, Marianne. And so I decided to find a pattern for a little case. So it's a bit bigger than what I need, but I found this scissors case and it's Tunisian crochet. So you essentially crochet a mitered square. You can see kind of the goes this way, the decreases, increases. No, it would go this way. The decreases down as you get to a point and then you seam it. And it's supposed to have a button so you can fold it over and put a pair of scissors in there. Obviously, it's not quite the right size, but it was a quick little project with just some fingering weight cotton yarn that I had on hand. And the scissors are small enough in there that I can just fold the whole thing over and loop my little button loop around the point of it. So just one little quick project that I finished. It is essentially the Tunisian simple stitch. So nothing overly complicated. I was laughing because I started this on, um, oh, Nicole, you were here. I can't remember if it was Black Friday or Small Business Saturday when Nicole and her mom were here, and I had to go over while they were having lunch in the restaurant and say, help, I don't know what I'm doing with Tunisian crochet. But she got me back on track. And once I got going, it's pretty simple. Like I said, basically a mitered square. So you start with a larger number of stitches and you're decreasing down to a point. So um, we've got a handful of the scissors still here. Again, those are $5 a piece. They'd be great little stocking stuffers. Even if you don't have a knitter in your life, but you have somebody who is a sewer or a quilter or just a crocheter, a crafter in general, any of those things, the scissors would be great for. So that was a project that I finished. Black Friday, we're working on it during Small Business Saturday. Okay, yes, that's right. I thought I would get it all done in one day, but then I got busy, which is not a bad thing. Oh, it's so dry in here, you guys. And then I posted last week about this trio of hats. So it's called the Ginger Snap hats. And it's one pattern, one purchase pattern. So it's $5 and you get one PDF that has all three hat patterns in there. So it calls for worsted weight yarn. It calls for 3 skeins, 1 skein each of 3 colors, and you get all 3 hats. I did not do pom-poms on any of the hats yet, but I got all 3 hats done, you guys, and I still have quite a bit of yarn left. So this is what I have left. That's a lot, especially with the pink, because the pink was just kind of an accent color on 2 of the hats, which I will show, obviously. But even if I did pom-poms, there would be enough. I'm thinking I might do another one of the plaid hats because that was fun and quick, and I really like how it looks. I might do the gray and the pink in the plaid hat. But so the first one I did was, and the colors, I used Malabrigo Rios in fuchsia, gris or gris, Gris, which is this beautiful gray, and then Scorpio, which looks like black, but it's not. It's like this deep, deep purpley blue black. It looks more purple on camera. It's pretty blue black in person. Added bonus, cat hair and dog hair. So the first hat I did was the 2-color plaid hat, and I really, really like how this one looks. I think it turned out really sharp. It is stranded, but you don't have to catch your floats. You're never doing more than 5 stitches at a time. And for not having done color work in a while, I'm pretty darn proud of myself. I think my floats look, or my floats look pretty good. So that used the gray and the Scorpio, kind of that navy color. I think it turned out really, really cool. And the pattern calls for 3 size of needles. I did put quite a few notes in my Ravelry project page for all 3 hats. Just little things that I noticed with each of them. This was probably the most straightforward of all of them. They do all 3 have charts. Some of them are written and charted, but it's mostly charted for the pattern part of it. So the second one I did was the cabled hat. And you can tell it looks a little bit smaller, especially when I hold it up to this one. So it calls for 3 size needles, the smallest needles for the ribbing on everything, and then either 1 or 2 sizes bigger for the body of the hat, depending on what kind of color work you're doing. So this one is done as mosaic. So you're only working 1 color at a time, no stranding, no 2 colors happening at the same time. And so because of that, I think they had you only go up 1 needle size, but I really would recommend maybe even going up 3. So I had just like a few rows of the cables done, and I ended up ripping back and going up 2 needle sizes, and it's still pretty tiny. The other thing I would maybe do is add 1 more repeat of the cable, because it's a pretty short hat too. It calls for a 4-inch brim folded. I didn't want to do that, you guys. It just seemed like one, I was in a hurry because I really wanted to get to the 3-color colorwork hat, but also it just seemed like kind of a waste. But I think it turned out really cute. You can see the design in there. So again, you can tell by looking at the inside that it's not stranded. It's just you're working knits and slips as basic mosaic. That kind of looks pretty cool too, because you can see the diamonds. So that was the second one. And then the third one that I just finished today. So none of these have been blocked yet. But this is the third one, the 3-color. And I like how it turned out too. I like the 3 colors together. This was my main goal because I have a really bright cowl and fingerless mitts that I wear on a regular basis. And when V and I went the Sunday after Thanksgiving, after Small Business Saturday, we went and got our Christmas tree, and I realized digging through all my stuff that I didn't have a hat at my house anywhere. Why would I have a hat at my house? They're all here. I actually had one earlier in the week last week, or 2 weeks ago, and I brought it into the shop because I looked at it in my closet and thought, why is it here? It should be at the shop. And we went out in the snow and I was hatless. But I liked how this one looked, and my scarf and my gloves that I have are black and a neon rainbow. So I thought these would go really well. I wish that I had gone up another needle size on this section of the color work, because a lot of it is 3 colors in a row. I'm not really great at stranding color work, so it's a little bit tight. Deb and I were talking about it a little bit before she went out to help with class, and we talked about catching floats versus not catching floats. I did okay for catching them, but she actually recommended maybe it would have been looser if I hadn't, and just kind of carried one in each hand. So again, I did put notes in my shop Ravelry page about what I did, what I would have done differently, but yeah, I like the pop of pink in this one. I think it turned out really fun. And like I said, there's so much yarn left. You could get even more hats out of the 3 skeins, which is awesome. So look at me just finishing things, you guys. I'm so proud of myself. So 2 other hats that I wanted to show off. Jackie finished a couple hats this past week, brought them in. They're actually a gift for somebody else, but she left them here. So she used some leftovers from sweaters of Plymouth Sea Isle cotton. I had to look at it on the wall before I remembered what it was. So Plymouth Sea Isle cotton is a 50-50 cotton merino blend, and it's kind of the I'll grab one to show you guys. It's the yarn I used when I was wearing my panic sweater a couple weeks ago. But so Sea Isle cotton, 50-50 merino, organic Pima cotton, fine merino wool. And it's this chainette style yarn. So, and then a lot of the colors are these, I would almost call it marled, even though it's not a technically marled yarn. It's more marled looking than it is heathered. So Jackie had some leftovers and she made 2 hats. This one is the Strobolus hat. 2 colors, stranded. It's cute. It would be like a nice little slouchy hat. And look at how nice her stranding is inside. Looks beautiful. This yarn is so, so soft and lovely. It's just a little bit of a fuzz to it. So that's the Strobolus hat. And then the other one she did has been a super popular series of patterns. There's a sweater, there's a cowl, there's a hat, and that is Alpine Bloom. And that one, you can see the pattern in it so well. I think it's lovely. So two cute, almost be like, see if I can try this one on without messing my hair up or messing my earpiece up too much. Like super cute, slouchy. Look how cute that would look. It's a cute little slouchy hat. So two of those. All the hats, you guys. Oh, that yarn is so, so lovely. So that is finished things for this week. Oh my gosh, I was just up. Why did the lights go off? Hang on, you guys. Apparently I didn't go the right direction. Okay. So, what am I working on? I am working on, oh, before I get to that, I wanted to talk about potential color options for the set of the ginger snap hats. So I don't, you guys know how it is. As soon as I start pulling yarn and playing with it, it disappears off the shelves. So I don't have the 3-color combo that I used for mine. We're out of the fuchsia. We have one of the horoscope colors that's pretty close to that pink, but not quite as bright. But I pulled some color combos that I think look really neat together. And again, you only need one of each color. So here's the first set in kind of these, I don't know, I would call them rustic colors. So natural. This is that new color that I talked about last time, the old rose, and then Jupiter, which is a good favorite. I think those would be really pretty together. So that's a potential option. Natural Jupiter and old rose. Then we have kind of the pinky orangey tones of things. So this is Gris, which is the gray that I used. Almond Blossom, which is my favorite kind of peachy pink color. And then Aries, which is like a red orange. It's kind of like a flaming red orange. I think those three are beautiful together. And you would see the 3-color hat would have all 3 of those, obviously. And then you could play around with which 2 you had for the other 2 hats. And then I thought this combo was really cool. And this is Capricorn, Sunset, and Pines. So you've got kind of this like deep tealy color, this beautiful ochre orange color. And then Capricorn is, this is an interesting one because depending on how you look at it, it looks green, it looks purple, it looks brown, but in the coolest way. It's like somebody intentionally put colors together that we're going to get muddy, but in the best way. So there's that combo too. So just some ideas. You could do like some customers have done and just call me up and say, surprise me and put something together and send it on to me. And I'm happy to do that too. But of course, if you come in, we'd love to play around with you and come up with some color combos. Holly, it must be meant for you. Okay, so that was just some ideas for the ginger snap hats. Can't read and talk and think at the same time, you guys. So a couple other things that we've got, extras of post Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. We do have a few of the mystery kits left. I've moved them back to the sale area, but they are still here. Whatever we have left, they are still here. and would make great gifts for a crafter in your life if you don't know what to get somebody. We also have 4 little tins left. I've got 2 cats and 2 dragonflies, and they're these cute little metal tins. The little kitty cats. How adorable are they? And it's $25 per tin, but you don't just get the tin. You get the tin, you get 1 little faux leather stitch marker on a lobster claw, and then 4 coordinating crystal stitch markers. We kind of bling these up a little bit. I told Sarah we needed some sparkle, so we used crystals. She used crystals this time for the sets. And then you also get 2 pairs of these little donut mini stitch stoppers. I call them donuts. They look like little donuts. Little spheres, not spheres. I don't know, just little guys. So each tin has a set of 1 removable stitch marker, 4 crystal stitch markers, and 2 sets of stitch stoppers in them. And each tin has different colors. So this one is the cat that's got kind of the browns and yellows. And then we've got a cat that's got kind of the tan with teals. And then the little stitch stoppers are different colors too. Look how cute that is. And then we've got 2 of the dragonfly sets. This one's got all the blues. I can't believe I have the blues left. Look how pretty those are. And then blue stitch stoppers. And the last set is kind of pinky reds. So red crystals and pinky red stitch stoppers. We've got one of each color, and we've got the 4 total of those little guys. And then I posted pictures of the little Notion / project bags. I'm looking to see which ones. How many? Okay, so I tried to represent my crocheters this time. And so I've got each of these zipper bags are $8.99, and they're all about the same size, which I don't have a piece of paper here. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 6 inches tall by 8 inches wide. They're all zippered. They all have the print on both sides. So there's this one that says, I don't need therapy. I just need to crochet, which I think is super cute. So we've got a couple of those. I've got this little guy. It says, I crochet so I don't choke people, save life, send yarn, save a life, send yarn. I just love this frazzled cat. I think he's so cute. I've got 2 of those left. I've got 2 of these left. Say, don't talk to me. I'm counting with balls of yarn and crochet hooks. Then we've got a couple of these ones left. Knitting is the answer. I don't care what the question is. I think that's appropriate for most of us. Oriana, I thought you would like the frazzled cat one. I think it's so stinking cute. And then I've got the last 2 I have more of because I thought they were the most applicable to, to people. So this one is This one is hilarious because it says, what part of knit two, purl three, knit two together, purl two through the back loop, knit three, slip one, make one left. Don't you understand? I just thought they were hilarious. Again, they're all zippered. They're all about the same size. They would be great for notions. They would be great to hold all of your extra cords for your interchangeable needles. It would even be a good project bag size for like a sock if you're working on a sock or something small. Could probably fit a hat in there. And then the last one, it says, I only buy yarn when I need it for a project or because it's on sale or because it's pretty or just because I want it. And I feel like that's pretty appropriate to almost all of us. So we've got a handful of those here in the store up for grabs. And what did I say? $8.99. $8.99. Okay, so now on to what I am working on. I took a break from my 3-season pullover to work on those hats. So now I need to get myself back to it. However, like I said, it may end up being a vest for a little while just because I'm tired of working on it. But I should just force myself to get it done. Do what we tell people all the time, right? Just focus. Well, no, we tell people start something new. It's fun to start new things because it is. So here is my 3-season pullover. I can't remember if I had the body of it done last time I showed it off. I don't have in my notes. It just says I was working on it. It doesn't say how far I was. So I got the collar done. I was a little bit concerned because in a lot of the pictures, it looked like the collar was very loose and oversized. I don't know why that is. I picked up the number of stitches they recommended. I knit it the length that they recommended. I did a sewn bind off on it, which I really like how it looks. And it's not too tight, but it's definitely not too big. So the body of it's done. I started with one sleeve and it's not my favorite. It's okay. I'll be honest. I picked up 10 stitches more than the pattern called for my size, but I thought I should based on the size of the armhole. And now that I got like half a sleeve done, I tried it on and it's only I knew where to get some of those little stitch stoppers. That would be, oh, I'm hoping if you're watching on YouTube, you're not having a problem. My thing just popped up and said preparing live stream for YouTube. I don't know what's happening with it. So I picked up this one right now has the correct number of stitches according to their pattern and to my size. But then I have all of these stitches down here that aren't accounted for. So I may have to go back and seam that up. It's just going to be kind of odd because there were increases in the body in order to make that armhole. So that's where I'm a little bit stuck with this. So I'm gonna have to play around with it a little bit. I will say picking up for sleeves, picking up for necklines, picking up for collars tends to be more of an art than a science. So I'm not totally upset with the fact that I might have to do it more than once. I want it to look good. And it's kind of a trial and error thing. So if I pick those up and seam this little thing up and it kind of seems like it's fitting a little funky, then I don't know, maybe I will try and get the same stitch count, but not pick up at the same ratio. So the way they recommend that you do it is like knit into 2 stitches, skip, or 2 rows, I guess it would be, skip 1, knit into 2, skip 1. And maybe I do a different ratio, space those out a little bit so they come all the way down to here. That's not gonna solve my problem though, in terms of how wide the sleeve is. And I don't want it to try and pull, I don't want it to look like it's pulling in too much, so. Okay, good. So I've got to kind of play around with this one a little bit until I figure out the best thing to do with these sleeves. In trying it on though, yeah, I feel like I want to just take those 10 stitches off of here and it would make it fit a lot better and look a lot better. So that's the current work in progress that I need to get back to. Although it did come up in conversation that I'm supposed to be crocheting a hat for V for Christmas. And I was kind of hoping it would be a birthday gift, but that's clearly not going to happen because there's no way it's going to it's going to get finished tonight when I rip the whole thing out and I have to start it over again. And yes, crochet is fast, but it's not as fast when you decide you want to make up your own pattern and not do what somebody else's pattern is with colors and style and all of that. Because if it's a gift, I can kind of go my own way and do my own thing with it. And I don't have to worry so much about it being a shop sample and having to explain to people what I did. I can more focus on making sure that it's what she wants. Oh, I finally remembered to wear my crocheted beaded cuff bracelet. So this, I talked about it a couple weeks ago, and I know I posted a picture on the on Show Off Your Faux Friday, but I wanted to show it because it's just so beautiful in person, and it's a tube, it's crocheted. You can't even really tell. I mean, I can if I really look at it. I can tell where I seamed it together, but that tutorial that I found that I posted back then um was really well done. The fussiest part is if you're doing like I did and doing 6 colors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors, you have to have everything laid out and pre-string the colors in the right sequence ahead of time. But it didn't really take me that long to do. And it was a pretty quick project. The first few rounds were kind of tricky, but once I got going, it went really smoothly. And I thought maybe if I did it all in one color, it would be easier and it wouldn't show my mistakes. Don't make that mistake because this method is pretty foolproof in terms of if the next bead that's coming up on your strand is black, then you're going to crochet into the previous black bead. So yeah, and it just rolls on. Of course, I got my beads down the way at Purple Sage, and then she had some silk. I think it's silk, maybe it's cotton thread. A little bobbin of something, whatever the pattern calls for. Thinner than a fingering weight yarn. It was some sort of like embroidery floss type of thing, I think. But I was really happy with it. I wear this thing a lot. I love the colors. Would make more of them, definitely. So I just finally remembered to wear it so I could show it off to you guys. Oh, the other thing, I have it sitting here, but it's buried under everything else. We have 3 of these left. And these came into the shop on Friday. And I just love how they look. So these are the new yarn bowls, 3D printed. This time we got some of the filament that's kind of the color change. So it's like green, but also looks kind of bluey purple depending on the light. And it's got our logo on the inside. How cute is that? In white, and it's a little bit raised, but it's got the cutout like you want for a yarn bowl. These ones with kind of the sparkly color change design on them are $20 a piece. We've got 3 of the greeny purpley ones, I guess, left. And so those are up for grabs too. You guys know me and shiny things. I just really like shiny stuff. And these are really, really fun. Yeah, I'm very, very pleased with how those turned out. And Ashley is is a local designer. She did those in a rush for me and had them here Friday. Friday morning, she dropped them off. So, yeah, I very much appreciated that. And it takes a few hours per bowl to be 3D printed. So it's not a quick process by any stretch. So we've got 3 of those left. They're $20 a piece. Where did my notes go? They disappeared. I guess that's it. That's all the notes I have for this week. And that's all the things I have to talk about. So, I'm glad to be back on track. Sorry, I missed all of you or you missed me last week. I got to go to Northwood University for a, business presentation, 2 different, freshman marketing groups um, chose to do the little yarn shop as their case study to do uh, marketing plan for. And so they were doing presentations to the class, and I didn't want to miss out on that. I thought it'd be a fun opportunity not only to meet with some students, give them my feedback, but hear a different perspective on what they had to say. So that's why I wasn't here last Monday. I knew it was coming up, then just kind of life happens and it got here quickly. So it was a really neat thing. They told me I need to be more on social media. So we'll be working on that too, maybe after the new year. But I hope everybody has a great week. Hours as usual until Christmas. So come in and see us. If you need ideas for last minute gifts, we're happy to help. Rasta is a super bulky yarn and makes really quick projects. You can use one skein to make a pair of mitts or a hat or a cowl. Or you can pick out yarn for those ginger snap hats and get a trio of those done in what I think I posted about those on Friday, and I got them done today. So I did have a pretty quiet weekend though, other than getting a new couch. So totally doable. So I hope everybody has a good week. And if you are working diligently on projects, I hope it goes smoothly for you. And if we don't see you here in the shop sometime in this next week, then I hope to see you all again and chat next Monday at 7 o'clock right back here. So have a great week. Stay creative, stay warm, and we'll talk to you all soon.